10 things to do in Sydney, Australia. First, you need to know how to travel to Sydney. You need to take a flight from Hermosillo to Ciudad de Mexico, then take a flight from Ciudad de Mexico to Sydney. Then take a taxi or Uber from the airport of Sydney to the hotel. One of the best hotels in Sydney is the Sheraton, a 5 stars hotel. And you can do a lot of things in Sydney. But, but there are 10 things you need to do when you travel to Sydney. And you can do a lot of things in Sydney. But there are 10 things you need to do when you travel to Sydney. 1. Talk to the animals of the Taronga Zoo in Sydney. Visit the animals of the incredible coastal park. The zoo houses 2,900 native and exotic species, including gorillas, tigers, leopards, chimpanzees, giraffes, kangaroos, and koalas. You can arrive after a short ferry ride from Circular Quay. Visit the Sydney Opera House. The Opera House is one of the most important places for musical and artistic shows. Climb to the Sydney Harbour Bridge. Nicknamed the Perch, the Sydney Harbour Bridge is a great engineering work that opened in 1932. You can take a walk or ride in bike. Walk down the spectacular bandit trail the Coogee in Sydney. There are several beaches near Bundy that are equally beautiful, including Tamarama, Bronte, and Coogee. Eat in the most elegant restaurants in Sydney. Dine in Quay, which has stunning views of Sydney Harbour.
Discover the penitentiary past in the Sydney area called The Rocks. You will find a colorful story. The Rocks is a historical memory of the colonial era. Sail in the beautiful harbour of Sydney. Explore the Royal Botanic Gardens. Campo de Kakatu, island of Sydney Harbour. Visit the Blue Mountains.